Get ready with me as I tell you a little bit about what it's like to prepare for a headline tour. Okay, this video is gonna be a little bit chaotic because in the theme of preparing for a headline tour, my studio is a complete mess right now. We were so generously gifted lights by this company called Chauvet DJ, and they sent me all of these lights for this tour. It's called the This Is For Life tour, and I'm going all across America. I'm going to Denver, Nashville, Austin, Dallas, Minneapolis, Atlanta, Omaha, Newport, Kentucky, Chicago. Hopefully I'm not missing any places, but I'm going all over and I'm so excited about it. And these lights are going to add such another level of just making the show feel like a real production, and I'm so excited about it. But we are learning how to program them and everything. So I'm gonna show you. My studio right now is very chaotic. All of these lights plus merch that I'm gonna have to take with me. That's my foster puppy, who is the sweetest. Her name is Bomb Bomb, and she's available to adopt through the LaBelle Foundation if you're in LA. She's adorable, but she's also a puppy, so she's a lot, and if I abruptly get up and have to do something, it's because she's eating something that she's not supposed to, probably, or peeing on the floor, which right now she's eating a luggage tag, which is probably not ideal. And then I've got suitcases, more merch, more lights. So it's chaotic in here right now, but I wanted to make this video because I feel like I kind of always wondered what it was like to get ready for a tour. I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys, so let's do it. Like I said, this tour is called the This Is For Life tour. And this is actually the second leg of this tour. In June, I did some dates on the East Coast. Now in September, we're extending it. It's called This Is For Life, based on my song, My Mind and I, which is a really special song to me about mental health. So, touring as a headliner is super different than touring as an opener. I've been so lucky to tour as an opener with so many incredible artists. And no. Oh my God. As I was saying, I have been very blessed to be able to open for so many incredible artists, and I've learned so much from them. But typically, opening is usually around 30 minutes, and I think I usually do around like 8 songs, 1 or 2 of which is like a mashup, so it's not the full song. And headlining, I think we do like 18 or 19 songs, so it's quite a big difference, and that impacts so many things about how I prepare for a tour. Okay, Bomb Bomb is now sitting behind me. We'll see how long this lasts. Oh, don't lick the couch. Don't lick the couch. Bomb Bomb. Okay, say hi. Say adopt me. Okay, so one of the first things that we do in terms of putting the show together is picking the set list. So obviously we need to pick which songs we're gonna play, but it's really important that the flow of the show feels really nice. So you wanna have energetic moments, you wanna have more like intimate, slower ballad moments, and you don't want it to feel like a roller coaster where the emotional energy is changing too quickly, but you don't also wanna stay in the same emotion for too long, if that makes sense. And you know, you have to think about, I want to end on my biggest song usually. And you have to think about things like, when am I going to go down and interact with the crowd? And if 2 songs are in the same key, can we create a cool transition or a cool mashup? So Alex, my MD, and I usually sit down and write out different versions of the set until we have one that feels really, really good. And then that could change in rehearsals too if something feels off. When I'm headlining, my band setup is myself, Alex, who is my musical director and also plays guitar for me. And he's also like a co-writer and co-producer on a lot of the stuff that I do. And then a drummer, because I think that adds a lot to the show sonically. You know, live drums, they're powerful, they're exciting, but also visually, I really like how it looks to have a drummer on stage. They're big arms, swinging around, it's very exciting, it's very fun. Unfortunately for me, my drummer, Nick, is super involved and helpful, so he often will help Alex and I kind of come up with the set list and the transitions and, you know, help us see what's going to feel really good and what's going to work. And that's a really fun part of the process. Aside from the musical part of things, there's also so many logistical things that we deal with. So, you know, my agents, fortunately for me, are the ones booking the shows and dealing with the buyers and dealing with the contracts and everything. But at the end of the day, we have to talk about how I'm gonna get from one city to the next. You wanna make sure that you're playing cities on the right day, so you're not playing on a random night that no one's gonna come to. Because I haven't toured much in the US, it can be hard to know where I'm gonna be able to sell tickets, where people don't know who I am yet. So that's a big topic of conversation as well. I have to get a flyer made, for example, with all of the dates and a photo and all of the information. So I'm coordinating that with the girl who does all my merch. She also makes all of my posters and flyers for me. And at the same time, we are talking to other agents about who should open for me, or people who are DMing me on social media or whatever. So we're always figuring out openers. And there's a lot that goes into deciding who should open. It's like, sonically, does it feel like a fit? Are they from one of the towns maybe that I'm playing in, so that maybe they'll have some fans who would want to come? You know, do they represent similar ideas that I stand for? Because that's really important to me. I personally love having female openers whenever possible, because I think, you know, female musicians need more opportunity. So picking openers is a really big thing, and then coordinating with their agents about all of the logistics. You know, are they playing all of the shows? Are they only playing some of the shows? Are we sharing a van? That's another part of it. And then also ordering merch, because when I'm headlining, I do custom merch for each tour. So it says the dates and the cities and everything. So getting that ordered, which thank God for my mom, because she helps so much with that. And we have a little mom and pop merch shop that we use. So I love to support them. So then another really big piece of it, oh my God, doing eyeliner is always so hard. Another really big piece of it is promoting, obviously, because I want to play to as many people as possible. I spend quite a bit of time just making content, and then, oh, Bum, you wanna come up here? So making content around it is a really big part of it as well, just to get the word out, to spread the message like, hey, I'm coming to this city and this city and this city. Then obviously one of the biggest parts of preparing for a tour is rehearsals. Nick, Alex, and I will just rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. And, you know, I personally like to have things planned that I'm gonna talk about, but at the same time, I don't want it to feel so planned that it feels like unnatural. So it's a combination of rehearsing, but not over rehearsing. There are things that people might not know, like in our ears that you see musicians wear. We're hearing count-offs. If we have a transition between two songs, we have a specific amount of time that we can take between the songs. So I want to make sure if I need water, that I have enough time to grab a sip of water and not have it be like super awkward. I want to make sure that if I'm talking to the audience, I have enough time to talk to the audience without rushing or cutting myself off, because then the next song started. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of vocally figuring out where the different songs live in my voice and where I need to place them in my face for them to sound the best. I'll sometimes go to a voice teacher to kind of train that part of it and really make sure that my voice is feeling good. Sometimes I'll go to an ENT, which is an ear, nose, and throat doctor, to ensure that my vocal cords are nice and healthy. And that sort of leads me to the next point, which is making sure that I stay really, really healthy before tour. I don't drink alcohol when tour is coming up. I don't really make social plans. And I usually just chill by myself and make sure that I'm treating my body like the instrument that it is. That's really, really important to me. Something else that I learned was really different between opening and headlining is because it's so much longer and I'm jumping around the stage and I'm singing, it takes a lot more physical stamina. And so the first headline show that I did here in LA, where I played this many songs, I felt like I was really out of breath. And that really took me out of being able to, you know, enjoy the moment and feel like present and really connect with the audience in the way that I wanted to. It was still a great show, but it just was a really eye-opening experience that I needed to train before I'm gonna do a headline tour. I've heard all these things about, you know, Beyonce singing her songs while running on a treadmill, or Miley Cyrus posted a video of her doing that, but I don't have a treadmill. And I was like, I can't go to a gym and like belt my songs at a gym. That's so embarrassing. But fortunately for me, my parents have a Peloton bike. So they're letting me borrow that. And now I basically, about a month leading up to a tour, maybe 3 weeks to a month, I'll start warming up, doing vocal exercises every single day, and then getting on the Peloton and doing like a 20 or 30 minute ride while singing my songs. And it is so embarrassingly hard. Like, you would not think that it's that hard, but it really, really is, and it's really challenging. But I found that when I did that before the first leg of the This Is For Life tour, I felt much more comfortable running around the stage and hitting the big notes and doing all of those things. So I've been training in that way. Another really fun aspect is buying outfits. When you're doing a lot of shows, you can't really wear a different outfit every single night, at least when you're balling on an indie budget like your girl. I live in West Hollywood, and so there's a lot of cool like thrift stores and just other stores like that that I found that are really fun for getting tour outfits and stuff. So I put that all together, and then we have to think about, are we flying to our first city? Are we getting a van in LA and driving to our first city? Because that impacts how much luggage we can take. Because if you think about it and you're flying on an airplane with like 35 pieces of luggage, that can be very expensive. So this time, because we have all of the lights and we've got the merch and the suitcases and everything, we are getting our van in LA and driving to Denver, which will be crazy, but it'll be fun. Yeah, so I mean, it's a combo of so many different things. There's the musical side of it, preparing, picking the set list, doing rehearsals, running the transitions, making sure that I feel confident on stage, making sure that my outfits make me feel good, like I can move around freely, making sure that vocally I can do a 70-minute set without getting vocally tired or physically tired from the stamina. And then there's all the business stuff about like, you know, negotiating with the venues and making sure that I'm on the same page as my agents and that my management knows what's going on and that my tour team knows what's going on, and getting the van and booking hotels and finding the opener. So there's so much that goes into it, but it really is so fun, and just getting to be on the road and getting to meet all of you who I've been able to connect with on social media, but meeting in person is just such a different experience in my opinion. So it's just so fun. There's nothing like it. I'm so grateful that I even get to tour. Like, that's such a dream come true. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, let me know. And make sure you get tickets to the This Is For Life tour. The lighting is gonna be sick, as you can see from my crazy ass studio right now. We're gonna have merch specifically for this tour. So come see us if you're around in September. And yeah, let me know if you have any other videos you want me to talk about. Also, Bom Bom's being a sweet girl now and sleeping. I'm gonna show you. Oh, look at her. She did enough menacing. Now she's sleeping. Okay, anyway, love you so much. Bye.